Good morning, Elisa for you. Back at you again. I want to put out a Faith Goldy platform video because other people have. I just want to do it in my way, kind of different. I hope you'll like it, basically. So our platform is, one, to put Toronto first. Okay, evacuate all illegal immigrants from Toronto's shelter system by bus to the Prime Minister's official residence. I love that one. Or the nearest jurisdiction who will take them. Take that. Number two, make Toronto safe. Reinstate Toronto's anti-violence intervention strategies. And bring back carding for police to deal with hardened criminals, basically. And that's an important factor. I think carding taken away from the police by John Tory was a mistake. I think Rob Ford had it right, and like I say, I don't know, I believe in carding, even though it might seem like it's racist. It's not. It's people using that word against it to try and quell it, okay? That's all it is. Carding is an essential police tactic, and they need that to properly do their jobs. Otherwise, they're just cleaning up the mess, okay? Realize that. They can stop the mess beforehand if they have the ability to do carding, okay? And that's just fact. I've been at that level. I've been at the streets, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. And this carding thing is good if you want to bust these criminals up and their little enterprises and stuff. 3, arts and culture. Efficiencies and opportunities for private partnerships will be found wherever possible. Through tax break incentives, I will ensure private patrons to art which can be shared in public spaces and will see their investment treated as a tax-deductible investment. That sounds good, as long as she's not depleting the tax input so badly that Toronto goes under. Okay, but we know that won't happen. Number 4 is transit. As mayor, I will work with Premier Ford to improve the subway networks and more. I will introduce articulated electric buses, a TTC traffic control center wherein all units will be GPS tracked for daily efficiency, and phase out streetcars. Yay! City contracts will be competitive and no more hosing the taxpayer, while ineffective contractors will be penalized. The King Street pilot project will also come to an end in my first month in office. That's kind of a good thing. There's a couple of good things in there, and I think monitoring these buses is a good idea. Number 5, I will ensure property taxes remain below the rate of inflation. I will also work to phase out land transfer tax for all Canadian citizens over my first 4 years in office. That's a big one. Anyone dealing with property tax knows how important that is. And, you know, she's out to help the taxpayer. She's out to alleviate a lot of the stress that they're under, trying to pay the bills and eat. 6, I will incentivize investment by reducing commercial property tax, cutting red tape, and fighting congestion to get the businesses moving again. And that's a big thing. Again, like I say, Trudeau has attacked small business, and it's hurting Toronto overall. And I think with this new proposal will increase the amount of small businesses that are operating and kind of get us back to the way things used to be, where we went to small businesses more than we went to the big conglomerate stores. Number 7, a new architectural standards will ensure that the construction projects are both functional and beautiful. No more eyesores. Toronto needs that. Toronto is full of eyesores. A lot of old buildings that people will just, sandblast the top and put a few new windows in, and they say it's all been rebuilt. That's not rebuilding a building, okay? Toronto has a lot of ugly old buildings, so does Vancouver and many other cities. So, we need to clean these up, and the best way to do that is with that incentive. 8, extremist audit. I will launch a special research desk on Islamic extremism to monitor finances in and out of Toronto Islamic centers. Good plan. Additionally, any religious organization found to be preaching violence against identifiable groups will be dealt with according to Canadian law. Now, mind you, that sounds great, but Canadian law is just a little too lenient. I think we need to change Canadian laws somewhat to suit the times. That's just my opinion, but I see a lot of loopholes that are allowing bad things to happen, and so we need to adjust our laws to the times, right? Number 9 is a ban on face masks. This one's actually good. A ban on face masks worn in public property will ensure that our police can identify people in public at rallies during protests. A lot of this is aimed at the Muslims wearing burqas and these loser couch potato wannabe gangster Antifa members and Black Lives Matter members who like to wear masks and hide their identity like cowards. I think that ban will be good. It kind of hurts anonymous people though, because they are peaceful and don't cause problems, but at the same time, police need to be able to recognize us in public. That's fair. Fair is fair, right? Rallies and protests and stuff can get rather nasty, as we have seen in the U.S. in the last 3 or 4 years. So this could be a good thing. You know, there's already a face mask law in Canada. You can get up to 15 years in prison for wearing a face covering, other than on Halloween, or I guess Muslims have been taken out of that law. They should be put in that law too. I don't believe in burqas. I think they're oppressive to women. Number 10. Tailgating. As the mayor, I will work with the province to ensure tailgating is permitted at all Toronto games, which includes people bringing drinks from home. Tailgating is like partying on the back of your truck kind of thing, everyone in the parking lot, that kind of thing, having some drinks or whatever. And that's cool. I mean, the people who sell drinks at the games are making phenomenal amounts of money, and they're selling this watered down crap that barely even tastes like beer. To people for large amounts of money, and I think people should be allowed to bring their own stuff from home if they choose to. Now, I don't see why the stadiums are being such pricks about it, but maybe that law will help a little bit. Oh, not a law, it's a motion or whatever. 11. Business owners will be able to decide whether or not their customers can smoke or bring dogs on their commercial space. It's not up to the city to decide how business owners run their businesses, and I agree with that. I've seen people's seeing eye dogs refused, PTSD dogs refused. These are working dogs. These are not just your average pet, okay? They need to be allowed to go where they need to go to take their person, okay? And these dogs are essential and very important to the people who have them. And, we have to realize that whether you like dogs or not, whether you're afraid of dogs or not, blind people use them. PTS people use them, and these are very effective tools to help these people. So, what are you going to ban canes from your, seeing eye the blind canes from your stores too? It's silliness. I think let the business owners decide. She's totally right on that one. 12. The Heritage Protection Plan. As mayor, I pledge to protect Toronto's symbols, such as statues, monuments, and plaques, which represent our shared Canadian identity. Yes, Faith, I totally agree with that, and I think you got to get in there quick to do it, because they're yanking all the statues now, just like they did in the States. You cannot erase history. The whole point of having these statues is to either remember not to do what those people did, or to remember that that's how we lived back in the day, and now that we don't live like that anymore. I mean, these are all things, they're learning tools for children, they're learning tools for immigrants, they're learning tools for everybody, to teach them how far we've come and how far our society has come from the days of, say, slavery and stuff, right? That's important. So, and 13, defund non-inclusive parades. I totally agree with this one. All festivities not officially recognized federally or provincially will no longer be funded by Toronto taxpayers. Permits for these festivities will still be issued, however, funding outside the recognized holidays will cease immediately. Moreover, permits will not be issued to parades where our police officers are forbidden to wear uniforms. Thank you, Faith. I totally agree with that. I was really, really mad at the LGBT community for kicking the police out of the parades in uniform. Strictly because Black Lives Matter didn't want it, and screw Black Lives Matter. How many of them are gay? Really think about it, okay? So basically, no, I totally agree with that one, and I think she's got a good platform going on. She just needs to get it out there, so it's kind of up to us to help her get it out there, and that's what I'm doing. Doing my best. Hello! So no, I think she's doing good. She's got a good plan, and I think she's going to pull in a lot of votes. I think if she doesn't win, she's going to scare the living crap out of them, because next time she will, if she doesn't this time. Personally, I hope she does this time, so that'll be the biggest kick in the nuts John Tory could have. After all he's done to bully her and shame her and everything else, when he's the one who should be shamed. He's the one who should be ashamed, and he's the one who should be jailed for everything he's done. It's totally immoral, illegal, and unethical. Fully unethical. And I totally hate John Tory. I never liked him to begin with, and I didn't want him in as mayor, but it's the people of Toronto's choice, not mine, so that's how it went. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to get a good look at Faith's platform, and maybe you can help support Faith in her run. There's a couple of weeks left here, till the 22nd of October, and that's when voting day is, so let's woo Faith. Chat to you soon. Shout out to all my subscribers, my new subscribers, thank you, and my viewers. I hope you all have an awesome day. Chat soon. Bye.